Hey, it's Why We Love Horror. We're watching movies again. I'm JWMaher, and that's Aaron Brooks. Aaron, we're fresh from the theater. How you feeling?
Yeah, I made it out to the theater, which has been a rarity so far this year for me. But yeah, feeling all right. I knew a little bit about this movie going in, not a ton. So I wasn't sure what to expect really. So that's always fun.
Yeah, I had a feel. I mean, I knew a little bit. I had seen the trailer. I know you're not a trailer guy, but I had seen the trailer for Psycho Killer, Gavin Pollone's directorial debut, mired in, I guess, production kind of purgatory for what. And this will explain something. This has been in like production purgatory for almost 20 years. Maybe more than 20 years. This has been an idea, which kind of explains why it's set when it's set. They just never updated the script.
Yeah, I guess that's why we have wired earbuds.
Yes, there's some. They're not anachronisms. This is set in the mid 2000s because it's 25 years after the 3 Mile Island incident, which comes up later in the movie. Not a spoiler. Basically, we start with Jane Archer. She's a Kansas highway patrolwoman. Her husband, Mike Archer, is also a Kansas highway patrolman. On one fateful day, a satanic serial killer, rumbles through Colby, Kansas, and shoots her husband in the neck. And then she goes on a one-woman forensic rampage to track down the satanic slasher, who, as Aaron will tell you, only slashes a little bit. He spreads out his methods a lot.
He goes in a lot of ways, very rarely slashing.
Yeah, he goes in a beeline across the country, and we'll get into what he's doing. But Aaron, your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, initially after the first scene, I somewhat knew what I was in for. This isn't the most original movie you're ever going to see. In fact, I think just about everything in this movie can remind you or come from another movie, essentially. It's just one of those movies. So it's not trying to break ground necessarily. It's more of like an execution of the, technique, so to speak. Like, I know that the writer of this wrote Seven, so that was a big, teasing point with this movie. This is not Seven at all. But not very few movies ever made it will be Seven, so that's not fair. But it was okay. Like, there's just frustrating decisions made at each kind of corner that took me out of the movie personally. There was some really bad CGI at points.
There's some things that were like funny. The tone of the movie isn't funny, but there's definitely some things that I imagine had to have been played for laughs, even though they don't seem like they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely tonal shifts, like briefly, that don't feel like they fit. Malcolm McDowell's whole performance was like comedic.
Yeah, really bizarre. Yeah. But not that funny also to where I wanted to laugh. It was just comedic. The lead, the killer, he's got an iconic mask. It did remind me of the Chris Nash movie. I'm blanking on the name.
Yeah, and it looks like Johnny's Mask Men of Violent Nature.
They felt like they're roommates, these guys.
Yeah, that's a firefighter's mask. This is an old school like radiation protection mask,
which makes sense later in the movie. And and it's just like, it's like there's just like very obvious direction choices made. Like, they very clearly show the badges that both say Archers on them. Like, the wife leaves a very dangerous scene once the husband for some reason is comfortable with it. They don't call for backup with the drug arrest. They just it's just very weird, kind of convenient things that allow the movie to movie, sure, but also like eventually kind of cause for a little bit of a lukewarm overall experience.
Yeah, I'll tell some spoilers. I think our main thing with this is like, this movie it has the bones of a good movie. They execute it fine. They just do a ton. Like, and it's only like an hour. It's less than 2 hours, like an hour and 30 something minutes. Yeah. And they go for it. Like, they do so much stuff to the point that like maybe a more bare bones narrative would have served this movie better. Cause like every single cliche is kind of here. Like, she's a final girl, but she's like a badass. She's an independent woman, and she's the only one that could figure out what's going on because the FBI.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah, the FBI like blows her off. Like the dude's like, go home. I know your husband's dead. Go home. Then she tracks down the killer once, tracks him down to his hotel room, survives an encounter with him. She gets thrown through a window.
Yep.
He escapes. FBI still doesn't listen to her. She tracks the dude down again. Like it takes a pot shot at him. Like he's there during, and we'll get to that scene. That whole scene is great. And then the FBI shows up and they are still not listening to her. And then she tracks him down a third time, and the FBI is still not fucking there. It's like, dude, okay, come on.
Right. Yeah. It was kind of absurd. Like, and it was just like, again, a decision made so the movie could continue to movie.
Right.
Like most of the decisions in this movie.
I do want to talk about Malcolm McDowell and Logan Miller, like probably the two standouts in this movie for sure. Like our main character, our main antagonist, Richard, is a Satanist. Like he ain't got no time for your fucking bullshit, your poser bullshit. So he calls for help into the Satanist community, and he gets a response from like Malcolm McDowell's character, Mr. Pendleton, who is like a Timothy Leary kind of weird cultish Satanist. And he's just a creepy old dude who has like nubile 30-ish age women to like just fuck in his house. That's what he's there for. He's giving him acid and he's having orgies. And Richard just ain't about that shit. Richard's about Satan and only Satan. He serves Satan, and he ain't gonna put up with that shit. So on his way out, he ruins their orgy. Yeah,
he sure does, with CGI violence from the Cohen music video from the 90s.
It is like, what is it? Freak on a Leash? It's the Freak on a Leash video for like 30 seconds. It's great.
Yeah, but instead of a bullet, it's like a sledgehammer?
He has an axe, and the axe, he'll hit somebody with the axe, and then it just becomes like a CGI like pit.
Right. Yeah, but it's a pickaxe. It's not an axe that's slightly.
Yeah, it's a fire axe. It's like an axe with the pick on the back of it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not quite a slash either. But yeah, it's just like this CGI is like so bad. And there's another part later in the movie where like he's cutting his hand open to like make his like typical just like Satan symbols, like the like literally like it felt like clip art Satan, like where it's like, oh yeah, I need the pentagram here, I need the eye with the, and I'm like, yeah, this is Satan stuff. But he cuts his hand, and then like very quickly after cutting his hand very deeply and like it bleeding everywhere, there's no trail of blood, nothing. It's just like his hand's there. It's like
he stops bleeding.
They forgot about it.
Yeah,
they forgot, and that's a problem to me. Like
that whole scene, yeah, his hand should be like just gushing blood.
Yeah,
she
like
shoots him in the knee, and like no blood like goes.
No, they're out of money. They're out of money. They couldn't make any more CGI blood. They used it all in the Freak on a Leash music video. Like, and it's just like that kind of stuff drives me fucking nuts. Like, I don't like CGI blood as is, but if you're going to do it, if you're going to go for this hardcore, edgy, like brutal, violent movie, like they tipped their hand early with the neck kill from the husband where there was like no blood there. They didn't really make that brutal. He's like nothing. He's just like.
There is like a neck kill later in the movie though, that where they did blow a ton of the blood budget because he, as Aaron will tell you, he impales a priest with a hollow pole and drinks the priest's blood. There was some blood there. They definitely spent some money.
There was some blood there, like actual blood at times too. Yeah. But like it's just like those are the kind of decisions that for me make me groan. They make me talk out loud at a movie. They make me be like, like why would you do that? So for some people maybe they're going to be so in love with satanic slasher Richard or whatever his name was that they're going to be like, oh, he's iconic, he's a new slasher guy.
I don't think so. I
need to see more, because the way they set it up like a bad horror movie is they're like anticipating we're going to get more shots at this, and they kind of set it up, teeing it up for a sequel.
Yeah, two weird things on that. One is the fact that like they at first they're saying like he's inspired by this like mass murderer that happened like at a church, but then at the end they imply it's the same guy.
Yeah,
like that he escaped and started a new killing spree. And at the end of the movie, after being shot in the kneecap, in the wrist, which it should have blown his hand off.
Yes, exactly.
And in the back of the head. He is somehow still alive, being transported to prison. They didn't even take his mask off. He's being delivered to the prison with his mask on at the end of the movie.
So, no medical care either.
Psycho Killer 2 coming at you.
Psycho Killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Like, yeah, it's just this movie was strange.
Yeah. And I do want to say for my wife who is not watching, they did not play Talking Heads Psycho Killer during the movie. I would have thrown something at the screen if they did.
Thank God. Yeah, that was a good decision.
Yes.
Yeah, this movie, it just is rather forgettable, like by the end of it. Like
it's fine.
Yeah. It's like I'm not gonna remember this in a couple weeks at all. And it's just like unfortunate. Like I like Georgina Campbell. We haven't even mentioned her, and that kind of also lets you know I thought her performance was pretty mailed in. She wasn't good, and it's disappointing because I really like her as well. And it has the last thing, and then we can get to ratings. The telltale sign of a bad, forgettable February horror movie: the red and black color code for their poster. It's like that never always somewhere never forget movie. Like all the bad movies have this red and black look like this poster here. So I don't know. It's just very generic.
Yeah. If you're going to see a Georgina Campbell movie, go see Cold Storage. I would recommend.
Yeah, I saw the wrong Georgina Campbell movie. I should have just saw Send Help. Yeah, I made some bad decisions here because Psycho Killer, you don't need to see in a theater.
All right, let's talk about. Let's go to these ratings then. All said and done, and this is kind of like my death knell for movies. Like it's fun. It was fun-ish. I had fun. So I'm not gonna shit on it. It's definitely not gonna be in the top 10 worst movies I've seen this year. This is a straight 3. It's fine. Check it out. If you're a fan of horror, if you're a completionist like me, watch it. You're not gonna have a bad time, and it's not gonna be the greatest thing you see all year.
Yeah, it's a 3, and it's a very low 3 for me. Probably should be a 2.5, honestly. Like this movie is just not for me, dog. I didn't really have that good of a time, but I had a good enough time. So 3, pretty forgettable movie.
Fair enough. Hey, if you made this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, share, go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Check out the Letterboxd challenge right there. Watch movies with us all year. Interact with us on that level. But this has just been another movie review here on Why We Love Horror. I'm JWMaher. That's Aaron Brooks. Here comes the schedule for the rest of the week.